What's good? What's good? I'm back. One and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast. We got our guest, so we about to introduce him. We were supposed to have a co-host, but he is not here yet, and the show must go on. So normally I interview a lot of bare knuckle fighters out of the BKFC, and every now and then I interview boxers and MMA fighters, and there goes the co-host. Let's bring on our co-host real quick. Want habits just in time. So let's bring on our tonight's guest. He's a Strikeforce and UFC veteran with over 20 years of experience in combat sports and one of the head coaches at Inferno MMA in Naples, Florida. Let's bring on Crafton Blaze Wallace.
What's up?
Crafton, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing? What up, Winner?
What's up, C? What's going on, man?
You know. Thanks for having me, fellas.
Thanks for coming on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, want to start here if we can. I'm probably gonna be asking questions about like your MMA career, and I think he's gonna be asking questions more about coaching and stuff like that. So I want to start here. Like, what first pulled you into MMA, and when did you realize it could be more than just a hobby?
Really, I started loving and studying martial arts when I was a kid.
Okay.
And then just always was into it. So when MMA was became a thing, or like UFC came out, that was already something my mind was already kind of going that way. So as soon as I found myself where I could buckle down, I got into it and I didn't look back. Just went for it.
So before MMA, were you in any other kind of sports?
Not really, man. I did martial arts. That's what I like to do. That's what I did. I didn't even play any sports in high school. I did track a little bit, but that was it. And I always was into martial arts, even as a kid. So it was when it became an actual sport. I knew it was for me, so I just went for it.
Word. All right, man. Kind of stole one of my questions, but that's all good. So first of all, I want to ask you, looking back, bro, what was the toughest fight you ever had, man? Professionally.
Toughest fight? I fought a dude from South Carolina one time. It was went all 3 rounds, just a brawl pretty much. He wasn't that skilled, but he was tough as shit. And I won the fight, but it was one of the harder fights, like cardio wise, and just most of my fights didn't go the distance. So that fight was pretty tough, but I won it. But fights that I lost that were tough. I fought a Muay Thai fight one time, and I got cut in the 3rd round, and that was a tough one. Yeah, I was already kind of behind on points, and I got cut in the 3rd round. That's how it ended. So that I had 15 stitches on my forehead.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wait.
But no scar that you can see, so I'm good.
You're still pretty. That's all that matters, right?
Pretty enough.
So, what would be your advice to a young fighter coming in when they're just starting out? What would you say to them when they first get in there and want to start fighting?
I tell young guys all the time, it's you making a commitment to doing a combat sport. Just be coachable, do the work. Put your nose down and focus. If you're in a good place with good coaches, all you really got to do is just follow their lead. And do the work. That's the main thing. You could not even be that talented, but if you put the work in and you follow a good coach, they'll help you achieve your potential. It's just doing them 2 things: being coachable and doing the work.
Put in the work, show up every day, and be ready to listen.
2 a day.
Ready to listen and ready to bust your ass.
Yep. Who say yeah?
Hey, my daughter wants to say hi to y'all.
I knew I heard somebody. How you doing, young lady?
He said, "How you doing, young lady?"
I'm doing good.
All right.
Do that. How old is she?
Go ahead, Paul. What you got, Paul?
So you fought in the UFC, right?
Yep.
Do you remember how that opportunity came about?
Yeah. It was pretty much it was 06, and
Okay.
By the time I got the call from UFC, I'd already fought like 6 times in that year. I'd already fought like 5 or 6 times by June, and that's kind of when I got the call.
Damn.
And they were all wins. So from like January of 06 to June, I'd already got 6 wins, and they were all finishes. So that's how I got the call. My manager, he told me to not take a fight that Strikeforce offered. They offered me a fight. He told me, no, just chill and let me find you something. And like a month later, that was a call. He's like, how you feel about a UFC debut? And I was like, run it.
Was that
Really,
Martin?
it was just being active and having finishes. That's how I got noticed.
That's
Was
what's
that
up.
Martin Campman?
Yeah, it was supposed to be somebody. It was supposed to be Caleb Starnes initially, and then when I was already out in Vegas training for the fight, it got switched to Campman. Like, I don't know, like a week out, maybe 10 days. Yeah, it was crazy. And I
Common
didn't
in
know.
the fight
That ain't
But
right.
game.
yeah, that's it. You roll with it. That's it. Definitely, I wasn't gonna let that stop me from debuting. Like, take what you can get. Like, that was actually pretty normal for people to pull out, and you end up fighting somebody different than you've been training for weeks or whatever. But don't matter.
How much harder was it competing in the UFC than like the other fight promotions?
Definitely, it's just a different level. You know, like the regional promotions, like you're still gonna fight tough up and coming guys, but I feel like between guys being better prepared and from bigger teams when you get there, and then that initial possibly excitement where you might not fight your best. You know what I mean? If you're too amped up, or you let the moment get to you, and you might be reckless. I felt like I was kind of like that.
Okay. Adam.
See, talk to me a bit about like your whole journey as a coach, where you started. I think we actually started over at Morris's place, and then we went to Gold's Gym, and now eventually you've had this wildly, successful Inferno. Just tell me about your journey as a coach and how you feel, or how proud are you about your boys who are out there killing it too.
True that. That coaching thing, it kind of like happened by not by accident, but just it was part of having a gym, and you training fighters, and you build like a little team, and you end up like I was fighting on cards, the same cards as my students. You know what I mean? Like, so I have fighters, and then we get ready, we fighting on the same shows. I'll be the main event, and they were fighting other fights. But that's how it started, just corner for guys I was training with, and then over time, one thing leads to another, and the team kept growing. People come and go. They do other things, especially like amateurs. But it was really just I did the coaching thing the same way I did the fighting. Just stay dedicated, and of course always raising everybody's level, but finding them action, kind of being the manager and the coach. It became what I was just used to. But fast forward 20 years, it's been like 20 years because I started doing that like 03. I started like cornering guys and getting them ready for fights, and then getting myself ready for fights. So it's turned into like we're pretty well known team in Florida. Got good amateur records for these fighters and a lot of champions. So it feels real good, man. And my kids, of course, I'm crazy proud about them. They're super successful, and they just getting started too. So sky's the limit with that.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. So, and I'll shoot it back to Paul, but if you could describe for the people out there what makes Inferno different than some other gyms out there, why they want to come to you, man? You know what I mean?
I mean, I couldn't say exactly, but I don't know. Like, people have different reasons for them ending up here. I feel like they tell you, but I know just from knowing gyms that there's not too many real family businesses. You know what I mean? Not really. Not like mine. Like, it couldn't get no more family than mine. Like, me and my sons, like we do all the teaching and all the fighting, all the coaching, all the mentoring. All three of us do that same job, and they learned it from me, and they're carrying that tradition on, real good. So I'm not sure exactly, but I feel like that's probably the main thing that makes it different. And just it's such a family gym, like father and son type thing. That, and then there's so many gyms where the owners or the people in charge of, like, say, classes, that, you know, a lot of times they're not actual fighters, surely not like experienced fighters.
Mm-hmm.
You put them two things together, like real champions and, you know, a real family. That's a unique thing in the fight game, you know.
That's what's up, man. And you do like summer classes for younger kids. You do boxing, Muay Thai, MMA. You do jiu-jitsu there too, all that stuff.
Everything, full combat sports training, like everything you just said.
Hell yeah.
Wrestling,
Hell yeah.
boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, like, you know, there's different types of like kickboxing, like hybrid kickboxing, where, you know, there's so many different rule sets you can fight under. We train for all of them, so
That's what's up.
And it's all world champions. We run the program. So jiu-jitsu instructor, I've been with him like 20 plus years, and he's a 5-time world champion. And he runs Brazilian jiu-jitsu program in my gym too. So you can't get more qualified. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That's what's up. So, which fight in your career do you feel like you gave your best overall performance?
I would say that was probably my pro debut in Muay Thai. Probably that was
Okay.
As far as like what happened that night. It was a Muay Thai tournament, so you had to fight 3 people in one night to be champion, to get the belt and to get the money. And that night, all 3 of those dudes I fought, they all got KO'd in the first round in less than 2 minutes. All 3 of them.
Damn.
Oh, so that, to me, I mean, that started my pro career out in Muay Thai. Made me 3-0 with 3 knockouts, just starting like in one night, in like 2 hours. That's how it went down. So accomplishment and performance wise, like that's a clean sweep. 3 bodies.
Oh yeah.
Catch 3 bodies real quick, get out of there. Yeah, that was the one. And I mean, of course, if the fights are that quick, you know, it was all action. Like, as soon as the bell rang, they gotta go.
Bang, bang, bang.
And they all went like a minute 20, a minute 9, a minute 3. Like, each one of them got finished like real quick. So performance wise, it was fun too.
Hell yeah.
And all my, you know, I had all my people in the crowd that night, like from Naples. Like, we had a lot of people that came up for that. So
I think I was there actually.
Yeah, you were with TT. I remember.
Yeah, I was with TJ. I was just gonna say something about TJ. I was gonna try to get him to surprise you on here, but it was a little bit too late.
True that. Yeah, like if you watch the video that night on YouTube, he's in every video, because y'all were right there. So you right there with him, front row.
Yeah, man, I remember that. That was fire. That was fire.
So I interview a lot of fighters, man, and they be always saying that you got to fight your game. You can't worry about the next opponent. But have you ever had to completely change your whole style for a specific opponent?
Oh, that's a great question.
I feel like there's some truth to both sides of that, because I do think that, like, a lot of times, I say all the time when I'm coaching guys, I'll be telling them in the corner, hey, fight your fight, make him fight your style. And it's not just your style. Like, you might have a game plan. Yeah. You make sure that you're doing your game plan. So he is going to be, if you're doing your game plan, he's fighting. He has to react to what you've been working on doing. That's what we want. You want those reactions. Like, we're going to get them reactions by doing what's the game plan? If the game plan was come out and put pressure on him right away, then we do that. If the game plan was just to be elusive and fuck with him a little bit, then we're going to do that. So I feel like that's true. But like, if you know a guy likes to bang, like in the beginning, that's when he's at his best. But you like to do that too. Mm-hmm. You don't fight him in his wheelhouse. You know what I mean? You should frustrate him a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't give him that ball. Like, let him waste his energy, and then, that's, depending on the situation, like you might do one or the other. But I think there's some truth to both ways. Some people say fight your fight, and I say, man, be ready to adapt. You can get your style and that shit ain't working. Like, that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Trying to predict what the other person's gonna do, that's a lot of it. Like, you study film and you see how their shit is, you see some tendencies of, okay, we know he's gonna do this. Yeah. So you make a plan like that, and it might be, hey man, don't let that fool get going. Just jump on him right away. Or, hey, he probably gonna try to kill you, so we might have to drag him into the late rounds and then get him.
Yeah. It's like, if the passing game ain't working, you might want to run the ball a little bit.
Hell yeah. I like to run the ball. Fuck that. to a fault
No
because
doubt.
okay, you know why though? Because like you know how you see guys go in the ring and they touch hands and then they kind of like roll their shoulders and they get like they start getting comfortable like now they're gonna start throwing punches. I don't like letting them do that. Like you letting them kind of feel like they can lock in and they can focus on what's about to go. No, I'd rather as soon as the bell ring. I mean, touching gloves is crazy, right? For what? Like you should right away put them on the back pedal, like get them backing up, and if they have bad reactions, you start touching them, you know. Because for sure, when you touch gloves with a guy, he start feeling like he in the gym, you know. He touch gloves, he put a little spring in his step, and he shakes his arms out, and he about to fire on you. I don't want to let him get loose. Like I'm gonna get loose on him, make him panic a little bit. I feel like that works on a lot of people.
Yeah, I grew up in a gym with my dad. He was, he did Shotokan, Aikido, and all that stuff. And I remember him telling me, man, when it's time to go, get on him and get on him fast. Don't give him a chance to do anything else.
Nope, not when it's already on. Especially if, like, I fought a guy one time and I saw that every round he got a little bit. He was having more success. In the beginning, he was clunky. He wasn't moving good. And then he got loose, and then he was giving the other dude trouble. So I already knew, like, when I fought him, like, try to get him in that first round. Don't even let him get comfortable, But just, I mean, you study guys, and you should be able to figure out like what's the best plan. That's why you gotta have a good coach. Studies tape, he sees tendencies, and then you know what to do.
No doubt, no doubt. So Paul does, a lot of these BKFC fighters.
Yeah, I was
Talk a little bit about what you think about that new sport, because when I was looking at it, because in Muay Thai, clinch is like a huge thing we used to use. So now we got this dirty boxing clinching kind of thing. Just tell me what you think about bare knuckle stuff.
And bare knuckle is wild, dude. Like I have a few guys that corner for bare knuckle like over the past few years, and it's it's the same energy as MMA, but you got guys in there who are actual boxers, who those are the better guys in my opinion, and you got guys that they're just good at taking punches, and they brave as shit. So to me, it's like an old sport, but it was like it's something that was necessary. It was
like a reinvention almost.
Yeah, you need that sport because there's guys out there like Mike Perry. He was made for that shit, dude. He made for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like there be guys that I've seen like so many of his fights, I'll be like, you know what? Technically, this other dude's the better striker, but it don't matter. He takes them out. So definitely, I feel like that it might not be the evolution of sports, but it was another option that combat sports needed. That was like they pay decent. They pay better than MMA. A lot of times.
That's something I've definitely seen. Is it's never over in that damn sport, man. Somebody be getting their ass whooped, and it just takes that one punch.
Yeah,
and they're on the canvas. You know what I mean?
Watching it live is crazy, or like cornering guys that's fighting bare knuckle is crazy. Cause I know a guy, Brazilian cat. He fights MMA, Muay Thai, and bare knuckle. He does all of it, all the time. He's been doing it for years. So I cornered him a few times, man. It's a tough sport.
You got any students that
Who's some of the guys that you cornered?
In bare knuckle, a friend of mine's got a fighter, Cosmo Alexandre, Brazilian fighter.
Okay.
He's fought
Was that
Gamebred.
BKFC or BKB?
No, he was in I want to say it was BKB, and then his last fight was in Gamebred FC. It was bare knuckle MMA.
Oh, Gamebred, yeah.
Yeah, it was over in Dominican Republic. Like it was like a month and a half ago. But he's done BK. I think he might have fought both of them. What's the one that
okay.
that Dada's involved with it? What's that one?
That's BKB.
Okay, because he's fought that. I think he's done both then. But he definitely did BKB because I met Dada at one of the events over in at the Hard Rock.
Could you see yourself doing bare knuckle if it was around back when you were younger?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, for sure we were doing similar things. Put it that way back then.
Yeah.
Before MMA, before the acronym MMA came out, we were already doing that, man. So yeah, it just was. It wasn't even called that. It was called Free Fight.
Free Fight. Okay.
Yeah, and it was in Florida too.
Was that back when CT was fighting with you?
It was around that time, yeah.
Around that time.
like late 90s.
And who's the BJJ coach that you got over there with you?
Marcelo Pereira.
Okay, I didn't know if it was still him or not. Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah,
if it was still
oh,
him
man.
or not.
We that's another part of
That
the
dude's a
family.
beast.
That's another part of the family because that's like, to be in business with somebody, any business, and you still cool and you still work together like 25 years. That's a long time to get along with somebody and not have like, I've seen a lot of stuff in the gym business, like people can't get along with each other, but shoot, me and him,
Mm,
I met him in 2002 and we still solid. He's still doing the same thing we was doing, just better.
that's awesome. That's what's up.
But yeah, he definitely part of. He got his following is deep too. He got a lot of students. So put his family with my family, like it's a good spot, man. And it's rare you see that. Usually you see these instructors and these people switching out. There's so many different coaches and like coming and going. Like not us. It's been the same squad for a long time.
That's what's up.
Who's some of the fighters over there at Inferno that we should be looking out for?
Woo, I was just about to ask that.
Definitely the number ones if you're watching for both of my sons, Marcellus Wallace and
Okay.
Malcolm Wallace. Those two. Both of them, they're new pros. Just went pro, so they're doing their thing. They're doing real good. But the amateur squad, we got Juan Cruz. He's about to go pro, and I want to say he's 9-0 as an amateur. He's undefeated at 145 and 155. All three of them are looking to make some big moves in the next year or so.
That's what's up.
Hey, I got a couple fun things I want to ask you. See,
Oh, before you get there, I got one more question.
all right, go ahead, go ahead.
Because I know you about to get into a little speed round question thing. So if you could talk to your younger self before your first pro fight, what would you say?
Good one.
Hmm. Well, since I won that fight like easy, I would just yeah, I wanted real easy first round, like finished him like a minute 40. But um, definitely I wouldn't have much advice about the fight. It would just be more like after that fight, just the same things that I said that I tell the guys, yo, lock in, do the work, do the work. And I didn't have a coach at that time. Like I was already coaching myself my pro debut. I had a jiu-jitsu guy I would go to, Marcelo, but all my prep was for me. But I would just tell that same cat because I was like 30. I want to say I was like 31, maybe I was 30. But to double down because I did a lot, and I could have been more. I could have been more efficient. I was still having fun at the at the same time as I was doing all them fights. Like I was still at a good amount of fun in them times. But that fun. I could have did less of that and maybe spent some time in some other gyms. But really, it's just more like I would just double down on the way I did it. I could have done more. I would just double down on that and tell them, hey man, you're gonna run out of time in this game, so double down and make the best of it.
Wow, wow, no doubt,
That's what's
no
up.
doubt. All right, see, what's your favorite movie, dog?
It's tough, dude.
I
That's
think I
tough.
got answers to these too. I think I got answers to these.
That's a
So I'm
that's a
like,
that's a toss up, man. That's a hard one. But I don't know. Like I wouldn't even. I would have to pick a movie. Like how you say, what's your favorite movie? You have to like, what's your favorite gangster movie? What's your favorite martial arts movie? What's your favorite? You know what I mean? Like I would have to break it down like that.
what's your
Yeah.
favorite Tarantino movie?
You already know the answer to that, bro.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Pulp
Who's
Fiction
your
is a joint,
What is
dude.
it?
Pulp
Pulp
Fiction?
Fiction?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
Yeah, I
Yeah.
Fiction.
knew that was the answer. Who's your favorite hip hop artist that's no longer with us?
Huh.
And I think I know the answer to this one too, but I could be wrong.
That's no longer with us, man. I would definitely say it would be Pac and DMX like a close second. Gangstar is like right
Okay.
behind them too.
Gangsta.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, I
And
had
Bi- and
DMX.
and
Oh
and
man,
and,
I'm happy
and,
to
and
hear
Biggie,
that.
Biggie too. Like I would put
Yeah, big.
Biggie and DMX probably tied, and Pac first. But I mean, I listen to all three of them every day
all
still.
the all, all the time. Yeah.
Heavy rotation in my gym. Old school hip hop.
Hey, that's what's up right
If they
there.
don't like it, too bad. It's like 90s hip hop every day.
That's
Deal-
what's
Hell
up.
yeah.
All right. What's your favorite cheat meal when you was fighting?
Cheat meal. Uh, Man, I had a problem with. I ain't gonna lie. I had a problem for a while because there was a Wendy's like next door to my gym for like 4 years. For like 4 years, so that was you gotta drive by that bitch every time you go into the gym and when you leaving. Yeah,
No shit.
all right.
No shit.
People will come in. They be like, "You really eat that?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. I'll burn it."
That's fucking
But
hilarious.
like if a cheat meal, like I like pasta for sure. If you count it as a cheat, I'll rationalize anything though. As long as I train, I'll eat whatever. I'm on them 2-a-days winners every day.
Yeah, I see
Every
that.
day.
I see that. So I don't know how much you be going out anymore, but what's your go-to alcoholic drink?
Oh, I'm a tequila dude for sure.
Oh,
Blanco,
yeah.
completely reformed. I don't really drink anything else. Tequila's that's the way.
We're gonna have to get you on that Dizzle, bro. It's tequila and
I was just
cognac.
about to say that. We got to get you on that cognac and tequila, that Dizzle.
That's crazy.
This shit, hey, you wouldn't think it's good, but it's fire, bro. It's fire.
Hey, I was telling somebody was talking about Hennessy. I think it was I think it was yesterday, and I was telling them we used to drink that Incredible Hulk. Remember that?
Yes, sir. Oh
Hennessy
yeah,
and day. Oof, that was rough, dude.
man. That was my favorite, bro. That was my favorite.
That was trouble right there. That was trouble.
Yeah, we were trouble for a minute. You know what I mean? All
Please,
right, I got a couple more, man.
what else you got?
Coffee, tea, or energy drink?
Yeah, I don't mess with none of them really.
None of them. Okay, I thought that might be the damn answer.
I'm drinking amino right now. I drink a lot of
Yeah.
BCAAs and electrolytes, and every once in a while, like I take lion's mane mushroom for energy, cordyceps.
Okay. All right, and then this is my last one I got for you. Who's your favorite fighter of all time, bro? I have to ask, and I think I know the answer to
Anderson
this.
Silva, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm three out of three the ones I had answered.
That's an easy. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the GOAT in my opinion. Like his title run was the most exciting.
It was a fun thing to watch. It was a fun thing to watch.
He was doing stunts in there, dude.
Yeah, he was.
He was doing stunts, and you could tell he just got like bored and just started doing bullshit. Seriously, that's how he got his wings clipped. That's how he got his wings clipped. He stopped taking people seriously because it was too easy.
It was too easy.
Remember how he did Forrest? He did Forrest dirty.
Yeah, he did.
Forrest dirty. He was going up weight classes and finishing people, and then he just didn't respect the game. And Weidman taught him a lesson, dude.
Yeah. Hey, Weidman was a beast.
But that was his title run and his rise from. I watched all them fights live, and he took out everybody. And you know how you're gonna win, like when you can count on a guy to knock people out. You know that's powerful. That's why Conor was so popular because every fight he would finish him. Like you can count on that.
Stepping back and knock him out.
Yep, that's how he knocked Forrest out. He did a step back jab and like let him run into it.
So I got one more question before we let you go, though.
Yeah, what's that?
This UFC at White House event. Did you have any opinion on that?
Yeah, I did have an opinion about it. Probably not a popular opinion, but it's being honest. Like I'm a fight fanatic. You know what I mean? So from a UFC fan, somebody who's loved UFC since I first ever seen it, like I like how it's a big thing for UFC, and I'm gonna watch almost any fights. You know what I mean? I'm gonna watch any fights, but so I was happy as like a fan. Like okay, that's you making history for UFC, and the sports definitely as mainstream as it's ever been. Okay, that's good, but timing wise, the shit our country going through right now, nah, that was some tacky shit in that way, in my opinion. Like that was some tacky shit to do, and you trying to distract motherfuckers from all this bullshit that's going on. Like It's that shit from the Roman Coliseum, bro. You want to fucking distract them. You want to distract them. What they say? Give them bread and circus, like that. Like to me, that was
Yes.
it was just a distraction. And I mean, imagine like the people that's being fucked with and detained. All these people, anybody who's can't pay their bills, fucking family in some ICE detention. They feeling like a nigga that's fanning the flames of racism in the country, and then he gonna throw a party in the White House, man. So that's my two split opinions. I'm like, fuck that shit, and man, that was dope. Like both. I'm glad the fighting part, but the president and all that fuckery. It's straight. It's just that some fuckery. And then
Wow.
you got a motherfucker that in the middle of that, like a prestigious, what could be said like one of the biggest moments in like combat sports history. You got a motherfucker bashing the ex-president's wife, so disrespectful. And that's just like, you think that there's not enough division in the country? We need that bullshit. That's just that, and that made it worse. That made the whole, however you look at it, you add that to it, and it's like, yeah, that's shit, man. Have some class.
Well,
you're gonna be at the White House.
It's a good thing I'm a BKFC fan and not a UFC fan.
Hey, I know I've been paying attention to the climate, since that, and so many people have different opinions, and especially if you somebody to me, like somebody that pays attention to fights and politics, you pay attention to both, and you pay attention to like the climate in the country. Ain't the time to fucking throw a barbecue at the White House, bro. Not the time. Really not the time. Shit. And it's not like it was really for the fans. Like, it's on your fucking birthday, narcissistic motherfucker. You know what I mean? Seriously, that shit was about him.
I'm saying.
Don't get me started. And I did, of course, I watched it. I'm talking shit, but I watched it. I watched every fight.
I called you.
Like, so much of that shit was amazing. Like Gagey did his thing. Like, that was crazy. Gagey did his thing. So like, you can't not love that. Like, you cannot love that. And for sure, he doesn't feel the way I feel about it. He's like, but I bet you anybody who's going through tough times and they don't like the way they're being treated in the country, and all the prices are going up, all this shit, tariffs, fucking niggas going to war over whatever, fucked up shit, and you're gonna go fucking have a party, nigga? What's wrong with you?
You said a fucking barbecue at the White House, boy.
Seriously, and that's the time to throw a party? You tripping? So that when before it even happened, I was talking shit, and I was making my picks for the fight.
Yeah. Hey, great last question, man, because that's what we need to hear. We need to hear all that shit right there. Let's get the politic part.
That'll probably be the one to get. That'll probably be the clip where we go viral on, probably right there.
That's definitely the clip right there.
I'll probably get some backlash. Fuck him. If my guy can say that shit after his fight, if he can say some racy shit like that, I can say, I have mixed emotions about that shit and call half of it fuckery if I want to. So whatever.
But you know what they say? If you ain't got haters, you ain't doing something right.
Right.
That's right.
But you know what I call them? Most of the time, the motherfuckers that are, if you think of them haters, they appreciate haters. Them motherfuckers that kind of like, they are. That's how they even noticed you, because they were like, oh, this, and then you make them feel less than, and then they turn into a hater and a bitch. So they can appreciate all they want. Whatever.
I love you so much.
Before we let you go, any shout outs you want to do?
Shout out to my squad, Inferno Mixed Martial Arts, all the fighters, students, our sponsors, and people who support us and like the way we're doing things. It's families that make up the gym. So shout out to all the families from Inferno and everybody that's down with us, and stay tuned. We're doing big things.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you taking the time out, man. And you're more than welcome to come back on anytime you want.
Most def, hit me up, winners. I'm with that.
Hey, man, thanks for coming on, C. I appreciate you,
man.
brother. I love you, man.
Likewise. Holla at me. Later.
All right, I will. Be easy. Be easy.
Peace.
Later.
Well, that was awesome.
Yep. I normally have just bare knuckle, but MMA, it's good to have boxing MMA too. Let me see who just tuned in earlier. We got Matt Meistis, Mexican Gangster 803 MMA, Hammer 170. What was that? Nolan Robert 08, Sasha Santiago official, Wild Boy Stuvie out of Canada, BKFC fighter, Nikki Schaefer, BKFC Rhino, young cat coming up.
Hell yeah.
Who we got? Harry's Payton, Brady Meister. He got a fight coming up here soon as well. Crystal Van Wyck, appreciate you. Aubrey Savon, Crew Kruger, Chosen 770, appreciate you. Let's see. It's fight week this week too, man. Before we get off, I gotta go over I just want to go over a little BKFC. I got to recap Saturday. I mean, you got BKFC Fight Night, Hammond, Van Camp versus Cisneros. Let's look at this card real quick. You got Arnold Adams fighting Steve Banks as well. Brandon Conley versus Aubrey Mendonca. Brandon Conley is actually an ex weightlifting champ. Gabriel Moda versus Alex Davis. Got Thomas Angeloff versus JoJo. Oh, man, some of these names. Shalizzy.
I know.
Ronnie Hauser versus my guy Justin Nightmare Street. Steve O'Morson's back versus Brandon Meneses. And you got Casey Moses versus Martez McGregor. And that's going to be in Hammond Casino, Hammond, Indiana. June 26, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, man, interesting guy. I didn't know it was a family-owned business, man. Got his sons. That's got to be a good thing, man. When you got your sons following in your footsteps and carry on the torch, man, and keep going.
And they're killing it too, man. His youngest son, dude. I don't even know if he's lost yet, dude. I think he's holding like 3 belts right now. You know what I mean? He's a beast. The older one's a beast too, and that's the cool part is they're there teaching, man. And I think when I asked him what makes it different, it's the owner operator is a pro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's been in the game for so long. Or you could just go to a gym that somebody wanted to be cool and open up a gym, and they don't have any real people in there. So yeah, he's a super cool guy. Funny, smart, and he's a badass. I love him to death. He's my coach. He's my mentor, and he's a good friend of mine. So yeah, thanks for having me on, dude. I had a blast. That was cool, man.
Shouts out to Ghostface Lover tuning in on YouTube as well. And shouts out to my guy, Amir Elbey. Great job, Paul. Keep up the good work. Proud of you for all the hard work. You come a long way. Yeah, you know me for a long time. So you've seen my journey. You've seen the growth, seen the grind, man. Before we go, though, we got Britton Hart, the BKFC strawweight champion. Tomorrow, she's going to be fighting Shell at the Liberty Brawl, July 3rd in Philadelphia at the Xfinity Mobile Arena, which is the 76ers arena. So she's actually the first bare knuckle fight interview I produced when I did the Circle of Kings podcast. So, everything kind of comes back around,
Right. And that's at 7?
So we going to bring back the champ back on. Yeah, 7 p.m. tomorrow, man.
Okay. I'm a promo for you to get people to tune in.
So I appreciate if you can tune in. Yeah, and I'll get off here and I'm going to clip up some clips, some of this Crafton Wallace clips, and, make sure I tag you in the clips and I'll tag him in the clips.
Yeah. Appreciate that. And yeah, we'll talk, man.
All right, enjoy your night, man.
I'll see you Saturday too.
Bye, little one.
He said bye.
Bye.
All right, Paul. Be easy, man. That was fun, buddy.
Peace. Yep. I about to wrap it up. Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Comments Podcast. And I'm seeing if anybody else tuned in. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Tune in tomorrow for BKFC strawweight champion Britton Hart. And like I said, it's the first bare knuckle interview that I had recorded and produced. I didn't really host it. I did all the recording, production, and promotion, and the clips and all that. So everything comes back around full circle. It's only right that I, bring her up on this podcast. And I ain't had her on here yet anyways. There's just so many people to interview per fight card. You got 24 fighters damn near every fight card. So, and only so many days in a week. Appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. Peace, and I'm out.